In the third year of his reign, King Xerxes ruled over 127 provinces, from India to Kush. To display his vast wealth and unyielding power, he called for a feast, a spectacle unlike any before it. For 180 days, the king hosted nobles and officials from across the empire, showcasing treasures from his storehouses. Now the festivities culminate in a 7-day feast open to all, the rich and the poor alike. Xerxes, seated on his throne of gold, was a king of unparalleled authority. This feast was not merely an act of generosity, it was a declaration of his supremacy. But beneath the revelry, alliances were forged, ambitions stoked, and the fragile unity of the empire tested. For some, the feast was a celebration. For others, a stage for hidden agendas. While King Xerxes celebrated with nobles and men of his empire, Queen Vashti, renowned for her unmatched beauty and grace, held a separate feast for the women. Vashti's feast was a reflection of her status and influence among the women of the court. She was not just a queen, but a symbol of power and dignity. Her beauty was celebrated throughout the empire. But so too was her pride, a trait that would soon set her on a fateful path.
As the feast continued into the night, King Xerxes, basking in the revelry, sought to display the crowning jewel of his kingdom, Queen Vashti's beauty. Calling for his queen, Xerxes intended to present her before his guests, adorned in her royal crown. It was a gesture meant to honor her beauty, but also to assert his dominion. Unaware of the king's command, Vashti entertained her guests, but her response to the summons would set in motion events that would change the course of The king's command reached Queen Vashti in the midst of her own feast. Though the command came from the most powerful man in the empire, Vashti did not waver. Her decision would be one of defiance.
What is all this about?
The message was clear. She
You
was
are to appear before the king
and his nobles,
adorned with your
in her
royal crown.
Tell the king I will not come. My presence is not for display, even to please his guest.
Vashti's refusal was not just an act of defiance. It was a statement that echoed beyond the walls of the palace. For the first time, the will of a queen opposed the command of a king. The king, inflamed with anger and wounded pride, turned to his advisors for counsel. Vashti's defiance could not be overlooked, and so it was decided.